Hello, this is going to be my first video, and I'm not very sure what this is going to be about and if this is going to make it to any social media platform. But I probably started doing this because currently my friends are home and I am stuck here, not more like stuck here by choice. And this is my first summer vacations away from home, and yes, I'm living alone from last 3 days, and it feels like I'm living alone forever. So this is not driven from loneliness, but more like the pleasure of solitude, the calmness you feel in your life, and there are not a lot of people around you. You're not interacting with a lot of people. It is not possible to live like this for a long time. I guess this camera is going to the flames. I like this setup a lot. So I was talking about that you cannot probably survive or live like this for a long time, but for a short period of time, when you're looking for a break, when you're trying to find some calmness in your life, it feels right. So what I'm going to talk about is what books means. So okay, so when I say I'm going to talk about books, I'm not going to talk about why why books are important to improve yourself or things like this. I'm going to talk about books, the perspective of books that they show in books. Might sound weird, but it's more about how books affect your life, how books are an integral part of, can be an integral part of your life. For me, I cannot imagine to live without books because it's been, I don't know, many years since I started reading, and I've always connected myself with the books. So I these things don't make me feel lonely. They make me feel like there are a lot of things that exist in the world. So I would like to quote from Days at Morisaki Bookshop when Wada said that what I think what matters far more with a book is how it affects you. So the whole context was when Wada and this narrative, they were in a conversation, and she told Wada that she probably don't know much about books, and from where what he replied is, you don't have to know much about books, but what matters is how particular book makes you feel, and to know that. So I would say that if I have read only two books, but I know that those two books would stay with me for a lifetime. That those two books have probably changed my life. So that matters more than 10 books I've read that probably doesn't change my life that much. And so in the same progression of the book, the next page, um, the author tells that she was in this during that time when she managed the bookshop. She was like a butterfly waiting patiently to come out of its chrysalis. As she turned page by page, she was hoping to find flight. This this book talks a lot about um, how books can change you and how books can foster relationship. It's not just about you reading something, you getting to something, you learning from it. It's about it's about it's also about the bond you make with the characters, with the author, and if you're lucky by chance, you get someone to discuss about. You get you probably meet someone with similar interests, where someone who reads books. You know, you will probably make a bond that is beyond those conversations. Um, and this book tells exactly about that, the bonds that author have made um, from managing the bookshop, from sharing similar interests in books. She probably made some of the best of her friends. She found the love of her life. She reconnected with her uncle. And this tells a lot about how books can play an important part in your life. Okay, so I just realized I would like to mention that this video is completely unscripted and completely unplanned. So I'm just speaking whatever is coming to my mind, and I'm speaking in whatever way it is coming to my mind. So this video is completely raw. So it might have pronunciation flaws, it might have grammar flaws because obviously I'm not a native English speaker. So yes, and also I think we will go blind with reading under the candlelight. I don't know. So another thing I want to quote from Mode at Morisaki Bookshop, which is the second part of this book, is one thing he loved about books was that they could tell him what kind of lives the writers led, how they lived, how they loved, and how they left this world. To me, there was something wonderful about it. So the author is talking about her uncle in this perspective. So this part was what I exactly was talking about. That books is not always about reading into that story, or if you're going into self help about the what the author is telling you, but sometimes about that the author, the narrator, the writer, that person is a human too. So he is reaching to you through his written words and whatever his thoughts. So you're connecting with that person you probably have never met, and God knows that you will form a connection that can change the way you look at this world, or maybe you will give you a partner that you probably never met but can help you in a lot of ways. Okay, so I don't want this video to be longer than any 10 to 12 minutes. So I would like to conclude with by quoting these two quotes from Steal Like an Artist. The first one goes like, "It's not the book you start with; it's the book that leads you to." The second one is, "Nothing is more important than an unread library." So I would like to add to this that the same point that I told you, that it's the two books that change your life are what matters more than the 10 books you probably read without learning something from them. So you probably started same thing. You probably started with a book that didn't made that much of an impact to you, but you found in this journey, you found this one book that is going to stay with you throughout your life. So for me this is actually Days at Morisaki Bookshop, and it is going to be Looking for Alaska. So the second book, Looking for Alaska, might not be a great book. It have really bad reviews on good books, but on Goodreads. But I I found that message, I found that thing in that book that changed my perspective, that once in a while in my life I would sit and I would think about that book, and in particular situation I would relate to that book, I would come back to that book, and that book led me to something. So what matters is, even if the book is generally not that good, but it means something to you. So these were all of my thoughts and all of the things that I've gathered from these little books I've read. So this video is not very much based on research. This was just a general flow that I got, and a general connection I made between these books and my thoughts. Um, and I think I will probably more videos like this, and I'll probably post more of these, and I would try to make them more research oriented, and I would like to plan and script them better. But for the time being, I would like to go, raw, so I can express my thoughts. I can generally just, say things that are inside of my mind. I know this would not reach a large number of audience, and I would not want that to happen because I just want to do this for myself. I just want to make these videos for myself. If it reaches some amount of people, and if they like it, then it's really great. I would feel privileged for that. But for right now, I'm not aiming anything. I'm not trying to put pressure into that. I would just like to go work things naturally. So yeah, this was it. I hope if someone is watching this, they would find something meaningful from this video or something. Or maybe if you felt like yes, you want to read Desert Morizaki bookshop or still like an artist, please go ahead. Please, these are like the best books I've read. So yes, this was it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.